Bob, can you hear me?
There we go. Yes, sir.
Hey, there we are. And is Ken with you?
Ken is with us. Yep.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
perfect. And you guys can see my screen here.
We got it. Yep.
All right. So is that a new logo? I just saw it in the last email you sent me. Is that a new logo or has that one been around?
Yeah, well, it's new for about the last 6 months.
Okay, gotcha.
That one on the website it wasn't ever a real logo. It was just in fact, that website's just a test.
Yeah.
That was the guy who was putting it together and didn't finish it for us yet.
Okay,
So,
gotcha. Yeah, and at one portion, I'm getting ahead of myself already. I always do, but at one portion, I want to talk to you guys about reviews, and again, kind of a unique scenario here because you guys, are rebranding and everything. So, do you guys have online reviews for the new name and stuff yet, or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, gotcha. So either way, we'll cover all that here in a minute. So let's pop this back up. So. All right. Well, I've been really excited, about this meeting because obviously when we talked, I believe it was last week, just you guys had mentioned, that you guys are, primed for growth, which is awesome, and learning what your percentage of repeat and referral business is today. I just think that there's a lot of area that we can, help you guys out with, right? So, as a reminder, our area of focus since 2009. Has been to work behind the scenes, helping our clients create, sticky, more profitable relationships with their customers. Okay, so you guys are, in the right place today. Excited to share with you some of these best practices and see if we can't help get you guys more reviews, referrals, and repeat business. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All righty. So here's, what we'll discover today, what we'll go over the next 45 minutes or so. So we'll uncover the opportunities to getting more 5-star reviews, more referrals, more repeat business. There are 4 specific strategies to capturing these opportunities. I'll sprinkle in and share with you guys some of our, client case studies. And at the very end, I put together a step-by-step action plan of, if you guys do want to move forward, essentially what does that look like? Okay. Sound like a plan?
Perfect.
All righty. And then I encourage too, of course I'm going to be doing a lot of the driving and talking, but, I encourage questions, stop me, interrupt me as you go. I'll ask you guys questions throughout, but, just do our best to make it a conversation. So on that topic, and Bob, I know you're a podcast listener. Ken, how about you? Have you listened to the podcast much or at all?
No.
Okay. So
I've hoodwinked him in a couple times just when he's riding with me, but other than that,
gotcha. Yeah. And
cowboy talk, he's moving on.
That's right.
what's that?
Other than that, if it's not Dallas Cowboy talk.
Oh, gotcha. Fair enough. Cleveland Browns fan here, full disclosure. So
Man.
I know.
So,
I live here. I don't have a choice. Fan. I use the word fan loosely, I guess, but hopeful. So, but if you do listen to the podcast, you may have seen or heard Brian do this before. But just play along with me here for a minute. So, if I was your guy's sales manager and I had 5 leads to pass out for the day, I had an internet lead, a referral lead, home show, past customer canvas lead, which one would you want to run first?
Well, you probably want to run a past customer lead because they already bought from you. And then you probably want to run a referral lead because they just have been referred.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, that's exactly right. And so if you were to attract more of those types of leads, would that, lower your guys' lead costs?
Well, yeah. Well, obviously it depends what
Sure.
get those, of course, but yes.
Yeah, right. In general, it's a lower, cost to acquire that lead. Do you guys typically, do you find too that you close them at a higher rate, or you increase conversions on those types of leads?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And so, and overall, what we find too, right, is a lot of times too, when it is a referral past customer, like you said, you've already done business with them, so we sell those at a higher lead, right? So overall, we're making more money. So let me ask you guys then, doesn't it make sense to do everything we can to get in front of more of those types of leads? Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. All right. So So it's a fact that, the smart contractor today recognizes the value of their past customers, and the days of operating kind of on a one and done customer philosophy are over. And think about it too. We're in a time of very high lead costs and very aggressive competition, right? So the smart contractor recognizes that there is no better time than right now to invest a small percentage of resources, whether that be your time, your money, or your effort, back into those customer relationships. Okay, and it's not just to improve your brand value and brand experience, but more importantly, to turn those customers into raving fans. Right, that's what we all want. We want our customers out there being our boots on the ground, if you will, buying from us again and again and referring us to their friends. Right, so that's what we call relationship marketing. Okay. And more of your business that comes from those loyal customers, right? You guys will have the type of security in your business that you can't get with like a Google Ads or home shows or knocking on doors or anything like that. And it's of course it's not to say that those leads are bad, right? We're a marketing company, so leads are extremely important. We get that. You guys need to be getting new. We just don't want to rely on all of our business or a high percentage of it having to come from those types of lead sources. Okay. Does that make sense, or any questions on that at all?
No, it makes total sense.
Okay, perfect. Right, and so from our experience, you may have seen on the last slide, we think a healthy standard for a home improvement company like yours is about 25 to 35% of your business coming from your existing customer relationships, referrals, positive word of mouth, right? So if we look at the opportunity for you guys, and this was a tough slide for me because I think you're in the form you filled out, you're doing about 4 million today, but obviously you guys have growth plan to do well above that. So these numbers will scale with you. But if you're doing about 4 million today and 5% of it is coming from repeat and referral, if we get you guys to that healthy standard, right, the opportunity we're talking about is, we'll call it right around $1 million. It's like 800,000 to 1.2 million at the numbers you're doing today. Okay. Right. So, I mean, pretty exciting opportunity. It's worth noting too, right, that this isn't going to happen overnight. With the right plan and the right execution, we feel like we can get you guys to that 25 to 35% in 18 to 24 months. Okay. And that might sound like a long time, but I think once we're done, you guys will, understand why. Okay. Yep. All right. And the reality is, right, we're talking to a lot of contractors that, times are good. They're getting more leads than they can even handle, but there is always uncertainty in the market, right? So this isn't doom and gloom talk or anything like that. It's just reality. So, the smart entrepreneur recognizes that in order to have long-term success and wealth, they must be building a solid foundation that not only supports profitability and growth today, but also, in the future, if and when, basically that downturn comes, right? So basically the opportunity is now, while things are good, to build that foundation with our customers to prepare for the future. Okay. Is that making sense? Following?
Yep.
All right. Love it. And again, I think you picked up this on the podcast, but really important to note that we only work with companies like you guys, right? We only work with home improvement companies. Really, our sweet spot is anyone kind of ranging from 2 million to, we work with guys all the way up to $100 million and beyond. But again, the key is that they are home improvement companies. That's all that we work with. All right. And then Bob, from the podcast, have you heard Brian's backstory, or do you kind of know any of that? He hits on it sometimes.
I do, but Ken wouldn't know.
Yeah, so I'll give you the kind of the quick version of this, and really the main takeaway here for you guys is just that we come from the home improvement industry. So not only do we only work with guys like you, but we come from the industry. So Brian owned and operated 3 different types of businesses. His last one being Handyman Networks, that he ended up franchising and selling off back in 2008. So he implemented a lot of these strategies we're going to talk about in his own businesses with his business partner and wife, Addie. And basically after they sold their franchise, they got into some consulting in the industry. And this is our very first customer. Do you guys know Charlie Gindel? He's the...
No.
Okay, so he's in some networks or groups in the industry. He's kind of a legend, but like, I know California is a huge state, but he's actually, he's out in the Los Angeles area. So when he signed up with us, he used to be called Dial One. Now he is Renewal by Anderson of Orange County. So Charlie was our very, very first customer. And I think what's really important here is that he's still with us today, right? And again, I think that just shows that this stuff works. So you can check out, there's a video on our website of Charlie giving us testimonial of basically just saying, hey, I tried to implement a customer relationship marketing program for years, but essentially a lot of times we get sidetracked and other tasks get in the way, and it was just hard to consistently execute. That's why he partnered with us, and he's seen great results since. So, and that's kind of the quick backstory there. Okay. All right. So again, just want to hit on this again because this is what it all comes down to, right? Is right. We want to make sure that we're getting you guys an ROI. So, so again, what we're going to cover next is basically just the proven framework that we've put together in your guys' plan. Okay. So the 4 pillars that I mentioned earlier to creating profitable customer relationships are customer appreciation, feedback and online reviews, a referral rewards program, and at the very end, tying it all together is a long-term or staying in touch with our customers. And it's really important to note too, and again, I love the products that you guys offer, but really the key to this whole thing is the customer experience, right? If we're not delivering a good customer experience, none of this stuff that I'm about to talk about, is going to work. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, right. All right, so let's start with customer appreciation. All right, and if you guys are open to it, and so Bob, did you receive the appreciation package I sent?
I got it yesterday, so perfect timing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I guess just kind of what was your overall thoughts when it arrived?
No, I thought it looked great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did I.
All right, love it. Right, and this is kind of the picture we try to paint. So if you're up for an experience, just kind of role play with me here. And again, I understand that the products you guys offer are because we work with guys that do like roofing and windows where they're really not showing that off to their homeowners, or sorry, to their friends and family and neighbors. But we work with a lot of guys that do like kitchen remodeling or 4-season sunrooms, and I think you guys fit more into that category, right? With the outdoor living space of once you guys complete a job, they're probably hosting friends and neighbors and kind of showing off the work you guys did, right?
Oh, for sure.
Would you agree? Right. So, and so here's kind of, the reality of it. Like, even though you come out there, you guys do an excellent job, right? They loved California Paver Pros. They love the products. They love the installation crew. Although they're still out there, loving their dreamscape, which I got off your guys' website. I like that. So although they're still out there loving their dreamscape, they probably, eventually they kind of unfortunately forget about you guys, right? Or the friendly crew. It's just kind of natural, right? We move on, with our lives. So that's why it's our job to continually stay in touch. And when this gift package shows up that you guys received, right, it's just improving on that customer experience. So let's kind of just go through some of the things that are in there. So again, you guys received it, but if you had any questions on it. So the way that this works is we will brand all this for you. So it's going to be your color schemes. It's going to be your logo. When they open it up, there'll be a headshot photo of either both of you or maybe just one of you, whoever's the spokesperson of this campaign. And then inside as well, we put that plastic credit card, what we call a bounce back gift card, that'll have some kind of dollar amount on it that they can use towards a future project, or they can gift it to a family member or friend to start the referrals. Did you guys notice that credit card looking?
No,
okay.
I thought that looked really cool.
Yeah, that's really, that's a really, really important piece of this, right? So they're getting the thank you card, they're getting the gift card. In the middle there is a feedback card. I'll talk more about that in pillar 2. And then on the right, the gift, it's a glass jar of cookies. Okay. All right. And then I'll show you just a couple examples. I mean, we have hundreds, I don't know if thousands, but we have hundreds of examples of these of, basically once the cookies go out, your customers replying back. So this one is, one of our companies we work with is a roofer. Hey, Bill, thank you for the cookies. What a nice surprise. I was talking with my sister about this and she mentioned she might need a new roof. Could you please give me a call at your earliest convenience, right? So it doesn't get any better than this, right? They'd have to work really hard to mess that sale up. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So So it's all about. A couple other examples, because it's a glass jar of cookies, and especially think about this time of year, right, with all the dieting, a lot of times people will take those into work, right? So my coworkers and I really enjoy them. This customer took them in and shared them in the office. And one of these also has another potential job, attached to it, right? So this happens quite a bit. And then this one's my favorite, right? I wanted to let you know how much I appreciate the gesture, right? So that's what it's all about. One of the most powerful referral strategies there is giving your customers a story to tell their friends, family members, neighbors, hopefully even strangers, right? All right. So any questions on the appreciation package, or just kind of any thought? Again, it's cool that you guys actually received it before we kind of even got into this part.
Yeah, that worked out good.
All righty. Right. And the key here to point out, right, we're not a gifting company at the end of the day, right? It's not about the cookies. It's about, the gesture. But, aside from the fact it's just the right thing to do after they've spent, $20,000 or $30,000 with you, it shows your customers that they mean more to you than, just another check. So our goal is not just to stand out from your guys' competition, but we want you to stand out from anyone that they've ever, done business with. Okay. So that's pillar one. And so let me ask you guys, if you were a customer and you received an appreciation package like that, would you guys be more likely or less likely to leave a 5-star review?
Oh, yeah, definitely more likely.
Definitely more likely, right? And I'll get into some of that in pillar two. Do you think you'd be more likely to leave a referral or give a referral?
Oh, Ken was saying something. Could you hear him?
No.
Let me move this over closer to him. Here, I could go like that.
I guess it depends on, of the experience. So if I received this gift box and I had a bad experience, and I haven't let anybody know I've had a bad experience, I'm probably gonna look at this and say, oh, what do they think? They're gonna just buy my 5-star?
Sure.
So is there anything in that box, I didn't look through it, or is there anything that can be added that says, hey, if you didn't receive, 5-star service, can you please let us know, or something?
That's exactly how it works. That's how the language is written. And we're going to talk more about this in pillar two. So even before that gift shows up, an email shows up saying exactly that, because a lot of times when people do go online to leave a negative review, they just needed that outlet. So if you guys can get to them first and say, hey, if you didn't, exactly how you worded it, if you didn't receive that 5-star experience, please give us a call. We want to hear about it or make it right. You're exactly right. Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. And yeah. Keep the question. But so overall, I mean, it sounds like you guys understand why we're doing the appreciation, right? How we're trying to stand out.
Sure.
All right. Okay. So let's assume we're doing this. The next thing that we need to do is the pillar two, which is the feedback and online reviews. Right. And this thing, I'm sure you guys, already know, but just reviews they've really changed the game, right? It's a critical component to business success today. So not only do reviews let you know how you guys are doing, internally, but they let the rest of the world know whether or not you're a good company to do business with, right? So reviews are a reflection of that customer experience that you talked about. So the better customer experience you guys can deliver, right, the better chance we have of getting more of these reviews. And done right, these reviews will help you guys all across the board. So they help drive more low-cost, organic leads to your business, attract people to your guys' website. They help with your PPC and pretty much any marketing efforts that you guys are doing. They also help us to close more sales. Have you guys integrated reviews, or do you plan to kind of integrate them into your sales presentation and process or anything like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
we want to do more of that.
Yeah, absolutely, right. It just handles their objection before they can give it to you guys. So so here's an example of one of our customers, and again, I would have kind of shown your guys' page too, and how we can help. But this is what we want to accomplish, right? We want your guys' page, when someone goes in and searches California Paver Pros, reviews, we want you guys to dominate the page and have, reviews on all the sites that matter, basically. Google, Yelp, Angie's List, Facebook, BBB, basically you guys name it, right? So here's one of our customers, Aries Roofing, and kind of you can see how they dominate the page, right? And just a few things to point out too. You can see here that, I know it's probably small on your guys' screen, but they have about 200 Google reviews, but they're streaming almost 800 reviews to their webpage. Okay, so that's called review schema markup, and I'll get there in a second. But for you guys, again, I didn't have it today, but what was your guys' process, or what is your guys' current process to capture reviews?
We've given the incentive.
Yeah, honestly, we haven't pushed it hard. Kind of going into this year, we've incentivized our, put a rewards program to our project manager and to our designers for positive reviews.
Love that.
But we haven't done anything really to a customer.
Okay. Yeah, and so I love that. Obviously, it's for all the stuff we're doing. I mean, to get more reviews, to get more referrals, it certainly helps when you have your customer. Everyone knows what's going on, and you have their buy-in. And so here's how basically we can help you guys to accomplish that. So our solution for reviews, it's called authentic feedback, and this is how it works. Our system will request feedback for you guys 3 different ways, making it really convenient for not only you, because we're doing it for you, but also for your customers. So we will ask through the mail, right? That on the left there, that's the review card that shows up with the cookies. In the middle there, that is that email that I talked about. Again, it's probably small on your screen, but it says right there, if for any reason you are not thrilled with the service you received, I want to know about it. Please call me at your guys' number. Right. And then also kind of the psychology behind it. If you see the way it's designed, it has the Google with the 5-star rating. So they've kind of committed in their mind, if they click that they are leaving a 5-star review, because it's just going to take them right to your Google review page to leave it. And then over there on the right, that is the texting and how basically what that looks like, how we can do the texting for you guys as well. Okay. And this is a pretty remarkable stat. So, this is just of our customers, because some of our customers don't send the gift, the appreciation package. Some just send a thank you card. The ones that do send a gift have 3.5 times more reviews online than the ones that don't. Right? So it's pretty incredible. Basically, it's the law of reciprocity, right? If you do something for me, I feel like I need to do something for you guys in return. Okay. Right. And then I think that this is something, if you guys are, spiffing or incentivizing your employees to ask for reviews, this is the way to do it. We're going to do the email, the mail, and the text, but if you guys ask face-to-face, you will crush it. With reviews, the key is just to be proactive, right? So we have the ability to do it face-to-face with your customers. One of our clients, he's out in Texas. His name's John Quint. He gets 70% of his customers to leave him a review, and it's because he's doing it face-to-face, right? And actually, Bob, I can share this with you. Do you have your cell phone on you? I'll show you what the app looks like, the technology. Let me pull it up. So on my end, I'm just on my smartphone. I hit the icon for the Authentic Feedback app, and we can help you guys too with this. We provide scripting, and we do webinars and training. Nothing too complex though, but it's just, basically they would ask the homeowner if they are willing to leave a 5-star review. The homeowner says yes. I type in your name and your cell phone. Okay, what is your cell phone?
916-212-9523.
Right, so all I did was cell phone and first name. I'm going to hit send, and it just says it's been sent. So let me know if you get a text with a link from me.
Okay. Not yet.
Okay, got a second. Give it to me again, just in case I entered the wrong.
916-212-9523. You want to try Ken's phone as well?
Yeah, if it doesn't go through, let's see. I hit send. If I already entered you, it'll tell me it won't send. So, yep. It says you already exist. So let's try Ken. All right, Ken, what's your cell phone? Whoa, 1 second. Text. Okay, what's Ken's cell phone?
916-580-4412.
Okay, it says it has been sent. Let me know. And if not, we can circle back on it. It's basically we actually updated it, so the screenshot's a little different than what it's going to look like on your end.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it comes through.
Okay, but once it comes through, again, the idea behind it is it makes it really easy on the homeowner because you're texting it to their device. So assuming that they have like a Gmail or Google account or they're already logged into Facebook, it's going to already be logged in for them, and it takes them right to the place they need to. So we can set these up in any order you guys want, but Google is king, right? So we recommend that we send them to Google. But if they don't have a Gmail account, then we'll send them to Facebook next, and then the BBB or any other sites you want us to send them to. Okay, so again, just trying to make it really user-friendly on them.
Yelp as well?
So we can't do Yelp. Yelp has a do not ask policy, so you're kind of not able to do this. If you guys were, you can always go down a rabbit hole with asking about Yelp. Have you guys worked with Yelp, or do you plan to? Or
Well, it's kind of it's one of those we don't want to, but
yeah, necessary evil.
In our area, it's kind of a necessity.
Yeah, yeah. So from what the experience that, from talking to other contractors, pretty much what I hear is they might have a bunch of Yelp reviews, but unless they're paying Yelp, advertising with Yelp, they don't share them basically, right? They say that they're not confirmed or whatever it may be. So Yelp's a bit of a pain in the butt, and they have a do not ask policy. So we can't set it up this way, fortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But our goal, and I'll talk about it here, next. So this is another, perk for you guys. Obviously, it's important to share the good news and the other reviews you're getting. So our team at G4 will just go into your Facebook page and share a couple of your reviews to your Facebook page once a week for you. But this is also kind of our strategy with the with Yelp or really any of the other sites out there. We want to sort of push those more towards the bottom and drive your guys' website to the top, right? So when we did the search for Aries Roofing, their website came up at the top, and it's because they're streaming all the reviews they're getting in real time to their webpage. Right, so actually, I'll show you what this looks like here. I think this is important. So I know you guys are in the process of building out, right? So when I do Aries Roofing reviews, like I said, they pop up first. It's because it's new content. It's Google reviews, right? Google likes that stuff, obviously. So they don't have to do anything. It's just something that we set up for you guys. And every time you get a review, whether it's Google or Yelp or Angie's List or anywhere else, it just automatically streams to the webpage.
Cool.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Right, you guys work really hard to get people to your website. The last thing you want someone to do is leave to go search your reviews, right? Just put them right here, make it really easy on them. And they want to see recency, right? They want to know what you guys did yesterday. So we'll date them and everything for you. All right. Okay. And then just, one other case study to share with you guys. One of our clients, builders and remodelers out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And these guys have been around forever, 65 years. They had a great reputation. But once they started driving, really put focus on getting more reviews and driving them to their website, they saw a huge increase in basically like their SEO and Google clicks and just their online marketing, right? So that's, again, the goal for you guys. By getting reviews, we can help supplement, your guys' other, marketing efforts. So it's just overall, you guys understand why we're so focused. We're crazy for 5-star reviews.
Absolutely.
All right, love it. All right, so let's assume you guys are doing this. The next step is the referral rewards program, which again, I know you guys are doing some of this, and obviously there's a reason, that all the major companies out there have rewards programs, and it's it's because it works, whether it's American Express or the airlines or the Marriotts, the hotels. Smart Money rewards their customers for doing what you want them to do, basically, right? That's why we do this. So here are, just some stats out there, right? The sad reality of it is there are 83% of people are willing to provide a referral, but only 29% actually do. We think that these numbers could possibly even be lower, considering that contractors are the, I think, number 2 most complained about industry. But, let's just say that, this is accurate. How do we bridge that gap and get all of these people to send us referrals? Right? And just like reviews, we need to be proactive with this. Referrals, it's a really tough lead to make. And most of the, referral programs that we see out there in the industry only last a few days. And for the most part, as I talked about earlier, the entire company is not aligned around the idea of generating more referrals. Right. And as you guys know too, right, referrals don't just come, a few days after the job is done. They can appear 3, 6, 18, even, 60 months down the road. Right.
Sure.
All right. And so remind me again what you guys are doing for referral generation. I believe you guys offer a reward, correct?
We do. Yeah. We do $250 up to a project that is, $35,000, and then over that we'll do $500.
Okay, got it. And then do you constantly remind them about it, or is it just kind of the initial, let them know about it?
Honestly, it's probably more just the initial.
Yeah. And again, you're not alone, right? I mean, that's just kind of what we've seen in the industry. So the fact you have the referral rewards program is excellent. And here's essentially how we do it for you guys. So you'll get our referral rewards program platform. So we start out by, over there on the left, we send out a fake check, a letter in an envelope, just introducing your customers to the referral rewards program. So hey, we'll give away $100 or $250 if you send us a referral. And then we integrate this referral rewards program into every communication that we send out on your behalf, which I'll talk more about in Pillar 4. And then also we run in the middle page there, that's a website that we host for you guys. We run a contest every quarter. Could you guys guess why we do it every quarter?
Well, they keep them coming in every quarter.
Pretty much, right? I mean, it's because we want an excuse to show up every quarter and talk to your customers and ask them for referrals, right? It's an excuse to reach out and remind them that, hey, we appreciate referrals, and you have a chance to win, a contest, essentially.
Yeah.
Right. All right. And by the way, we try to make the program really easy, so we don't make it complicated. We just do it. If someone sends you a referral and it's qualified, and you run the lead, they get your estimate, reward them. So maybe do it just a little bit less than what you're doing today. It doesn't have to be $250. Maybe it's $100 for a qualified referral lead. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Love it. Oh, and then I'll mention this stuff too. The stuff over there on the right, that's a bunch of marketing collateral that we will send to you guys, because although this is done for you marketing, and we're going to follow up and ask if you get your team members on board and aligned to, talk about referrals and ask about it, again, you're going to see better results. So we will send you guys stuff, marketing collateral that you can use in the home or during the project or find a walkthrough, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And then here's, my favorite case study. I talked about their website, but essentially here's a company that does this better than, anybody really. So we've been working with them since 2010. They met Brian at a GAF Wealth Builder event, and, they made a decision right then and there to be completely customer centric and customer focused. So every year since then, more and more of their business is coming from word of mouth and repeat business. And what's also very interesting too is these guys are the highest priced in their area, by far, like 20 to 30% more than their competitors. But people are still, waiting in line and lining up to do business with them, and it's because of their customer experience, right? And it's also because most of the leads that they're running are referrals, right? They've been referred through someone else, right? So because these guys have been doing this for so long and very customer focused, about 70% of their revenue is coming from word of mouth, And because of that, they only have a 2% marketing budget, and they're doing about 30 million. Right? So those are pretty incredible results.
Crazy.
Yeah, again, a little bit of an outlier, but as we say, even if I'm getting you half of those results, right? I mean, it's where we want to be. And again, this shows you too that this will scale with you guys, as you guys grow. So, but overall, that's pillar 3, and how we would do it for you guys. So again, you guys are running it, but you guys understand why we're doing a full referral rewards program.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the type of customers, homeowners that you guys work with, do you think that they would respond to that?
Well, I don't see why they wouldn't.
We'll see, right? Yeah, agreed. All right, so let's assume you guys are doing this. This is my favorite, is pillar 4. It's what we call keeping in touch, staying top of mind, or the customer nurture, right? So this is where what we feel most businesses completely miss out on the opportunity is because they just they're just not staying in touch. And again, unfortunately, it's that sad reality that our customers, they will forget about us. I think you guys have a unique product, so they probably remember you guys a little bit longer than maybe some of others, but eventually, right, they're going to forget how to get a hold of you, or what the company's name was, or who was the project manager, right? So we can't leave this to chance. We need to stay top of mind and constantly remind these guys who you are. Yeah. Right. So with that said, again, it's your job to remind them of who you are, all the solutions you provide, the benefits to working with you guys, how to get a hold of you. And then the key here too is consistency, right? Again, talk to a lot of contractors where, hey, maybe things get slow and we send out one promotional email. We had a good idea. We want to stay consistent and continually and constantly, stay in touch with them. Okay. So here's how we do it for you guys. And it's important to, to take a multi, channel approach with this as well. So we want to be in the mailbox, in the email inbox, and, call them by phone. All right. So here's the tracks that we do it. Beginning from essentially day 1, when you activate your customers, they'll begin receiving messages from you guys. So we follow 2 different email tracks, and the one you're looking at right now is the personalized track from the owner or owners of the business, so from you guys. And these emails are designed to look personal and have messaging like just checking in, right? They are about building relationships, these emails, okay? Yeah. The other email track that we do is our email newsletter, right? So on the second Thursday of every month, we send out a personalized to your customer version of our Happy Home Gazette email newsletter to your customer. So I'll let this scroll. You guys can, kind of just see what it looks like. But obviously, it's going to be your logo. That's a headshot photo of both of you or one of you, whatever you guys decide. There's some kind of special offer from you. We remind them that we appreciate referrals. But at the end of the day, this is meant to be engaging. So there's things like fun facts and movie trivia and recipes, that kind of information, okay? Any questions on that, or as it scrolls? All good?
I like that. I want it by the watch.
You want the watch?
No, I just, that's what it said. I want it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yep. I've had people like stop me during this presentation and take a picture of the recipe. So, right. Again, meant to be engaging. The really cool thing, again, you guys don't have to come up with this content design, right? We do it all for you. So, and then, finally with the long-term nurture is four times a year, we produce a print version of that, same Happy Home Gazette and deliver it out to your guys' customers in the mail. And this is really the workhorse of the program. There's, we find there's no better way to stay in touch and build relationships with your customers than through a print newsletter. Because email-wise, we do a fantastic job. We get about upwards of 30 to 35% open rates when we send out emails to your customers, which is really, really good considering, the industry average is closer to like 18%. But obviously with mail, what's the open rate on mail, right? They have to touch it, right? So even if they're not sitting down and reading it, they have to see your guys' name, your logo, just reminded of who you guys are, right? So that's why this is so important. All right. And then here's just, another case study. This is Danny Peterson. He's out in in Maryland. And again, he's been a customer with us since 2010, still with us today. And he's a little bit smaller. He's not like Aries. He's not doing 30 million, a little bit smaller, but still 70% of his business is coming from, word of mouth. Okay. All right. So that's pillar 4. But any questions for you guys? Is it making sense? Obviously why we put such an importance on, staying in touch long-term, keeping in touch with our customers?
Totally.
Okay. Do you guys think, if you were to implement some of these strategies, I know we don't know, right? No one has a crystal ball, but do you guys think that you would increase repeat and referral kind of closer to that healthy standard, that we talked about?
Sure.
Yeah. It seems hard not to.
Right. Yeah. I love it. Okay. All right. So we talked about, this kind of, at the top of the call. And again, we also identified, again, just very important. It's tough with you guys because your scale, your guys' growth plan is incredible. It's aggressive. I love it. But even at the numbers you guys are at today, we feel that 18 to 24 months, we can increase you guys to that 25 to 35%, which at the numbers you're at today is like, about $1 million, opportunity. So at this point, most people that we talk to, they're going to implement this strategy, whether it's with us or with someone else. Would you guys agree to that?
Yeah, certainly. You're going to do some version of something of these.
Right. Yep. So this is where I like to have a little fun. Right. So you guys have 2 choices. Right. It's the slow, hard, and expensive way, or the fast, easy, and affordable. So, and I won't spend, we could probably, I get Brian on the phone with you, you'd probably take an hour to lay out, everything that goes into this. Keep in mind, again, we've been implementing this and improving it, for over 10 years. So just think about all the things that go into it if you guys did want to do this yourself. Right? I mean, you guys have gift cards that you guys need to get. You guys have to have a writer, an editor, a good graphic artist, a designer. Someone on your staff basically just needs to manage this, not to mention like all the daily tasks of, getting your list of completed jobs and fulfilling this, right? So there's a lot that goes into it. But assuming you guys are here, we could take the fast and easy, affordable way, which is working with the team here, at G4 Marketing. Again, this is all we do. We're crazy about customer relationship marketing, and been doing this since 2009, right? And again, I know we hit on this, but I think it's just so important. We do it all for you, right? So we have the systems, we write it, we design it. There's nothing that you guys need to do. I'll skip over this quick. Obviously, as we mentioned, it's all about the customer experience. So, we don't work with, shoddy work. We don't work with, contractors that don't deliver on what they say they're going to do. This kind of thing's just not going to work, right?
I guess we're out then.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's going to be unfortunate. And then, so this is the process. Job progress is the CRM, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Yep. So what we want to do is make this extremely easy on you guys, where once a week, our team here at G4, we will just go into your database and pull a list of completed jobs, based on the criteria that we've discussed. We need their name, address, and email. I only need their cell phone number if you want us to text the review app. And then we activate it to our systems, right? And we start executing on the customer appreciation program, texting for reviews, the long-term customer nurture, the referral rewards program, and everything we've talked about, right? So we make it really, really easy on you guys, okay? And then just to sum it up again real quick, some of these slides that, this is a real good summary slide for you guys. So step 1, we're gonna ask for the review, email, text. Step 2 is the appreciation package, and you receive that so you know what's in it. Step 3 is the referral rewards program. And then step 4, the long-term customer nurture. So we have the monthly email newsletter, the monthly personalized email from you guys, and the quarterly printed newsletter that goes out. All right, so you guys feel like you have a good grasp of all the touch points, or just any questions on how many or what we're executing for you?
Let's see. So I don't think so. Looking at that, it's after 7. Okay, no, I think I got it.
Okay, perfect. And it's important too. This shot doesn't always show it, but we will nurture your client forever. Like the email newsletter and the referral rewards contest reminders, those emails go out as long as you're a client of G4, right? So we will constantly, stay in touch with them as long as you're a client. They do have an option to opt out, but opt-out rates are extremely low, like usually less than 1% a month of people are opting out. Okay.
Gotcha.
And again, right, we do it all for you guys. So you guys probably work too hard, but if you like having fun or golfing, go do it. We will handle this stuff for you. So investment-wise, this is what we're looking at. There is a one-time setup fee, and then it's an ongoing monthly program investment that is made up of two things. It's a we do it all for you management fee plus your year one deliverables. So let me explain what that means. The one-time setup fee is one time of $2,495. And basically what this gets you, everything that's included over there on the right. So we need to customize your guys' appreciation packages, which is the gift cards and the cookie package. We have to activate you guys into our CRM. There's the authentic feedback, the review setup, the referral rewards program, so the fake check, which we customize for you, the web page we run, the contest, all the email marketing sequences, the Happy Home Gazette newsletter. We literally have to get inventory for you guys. And so there's a lot that we set up. And then also, we train your guys' staff. So in all, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks from the time you sign up to the time you're live.
Okay.
And then the monthly management fee is $995, and everything over there on the right that you guys would receive with this. But it's us doing this every month for you guys and putting in. We'll talk about your number, 20 new customers every month and executing on this. So this is really the investment for the G4 marketing team, for Brian, for our designers, and all of our systems. And then also always sharing best practices and always making enhancements and upgrading, to the platform.
And is that, Ken was asking, is that unlimited clients on that part, or how does that all?
So this actually, so I'll show you in the next slide that has the year one deliverables. So this number does matter how many you're doing a month. It's all about the monthly number. Yep. Okay. But this number, if you're doing 20 every month, this number is not going to go up 10 years from now when we have a couple thousand people. Yeah. And then here's what the year one deliverables mean. So I put in 20. Again, we'll talk more because I know you guys have the two different, businesses there. But I was just kind of putting these numbers in place for the California Paver Pros, the higher end jobs that you guys do.
Yeah.
So the year one deliverables is the appreciation package, the fake check referral letter, and then the 4, 1 year's worth of 4 printed Happy Home Gazette newsletters. So our premium package, the one I sent you guys, is $67 per customer. So this grid is showing you that 20 jobs a month at $67 per customer is $1,340. You add to that the we do all the work for you management fee, and your guys' total investment to do 20 every month is $2,335, which this is what I was so excited about. We want to be 10% or less of your guys' marketing budget. I did, use the $500,000, number. So we're about 5.5% of your guys' marketing budget, which means you guys can take the other 95% of your marketing dollars and invest it into new lead generation. Right. So that's the investment there. Okay. What questions do you have about and again, this is too where I want to have a conversation with you guys. I'm just showing the 20 for California Paver Pros. I don't know if the strategy would be to also do California Concrete Restoration, if we would do them separate, if we would do them together. So let's just kind of talk through that now that you guys have seen the program, in the pricing.
I definitely want to figure out how to incorporate California concrete restorations with this.
Yeah.
Now on that, our jobs are much smaller. So
yeah.
Is there, for that kind of thing, maybe we wouldn't want to do quite a program.
Yeah.
We certainly want to get referrals and all that from that, but maybe not as big a gift or,
Yep.
I don't know. Is there a different, like a cheaper option there?
Yeah. So this is what I was thinking. And so if we, and this also too, I love that logo I saw, because if you're using this logo, I think it's really easy for us to basically just do this all as one program, if you will, where if we have to completely separate them and say, we're doing one for California Paver Pros and I'm doing one for California Concrete Restorations, and I have to have 2 designs on the everything has to be designed separately, then we'd really have to just do like 2 separate programs for you. But if we combine it, have both logos or however we want to do this, I think that's going to be the best option for you, where this is just what I came up with. And we can walk through some of these numbers. But let's say it's $50 a month. So it's 20 bigger jobs and 30 smaller jobs, just for the purpose. So the we do it all work for you fee, it goes up a little bit because we're doing 50 a month now instead of 20. So the we do all the work for you fee is $1,295. To do 30 on professional, which is the thank you card. So no box, no cookies. Professional's only $10 a month. So for 30 of those, it's $300. And then we would still do 20 on premium, $1,304. So tell me if you're following this, but basically to do 50 a month where 30 are professional and 20 are premium, your all-in monthly investment is $2,935. Does that make sense? So it's $600 more to include 30 professional, basically.
That makes sense. You get that, Ken? Okay.
And then, and what's important here too is because again, you guys are going to grow and you guys are going to be adding more to this. So you tell me if these are good numbers to start with, but the way it works is we want to pick a good number to plan for, through, let's call it Q1 or maybe even the first half of the year, because you can always go over. Although you said, hey, we're going to do 30 professional a month, and you have the option, you can cap it there too, right? You could say, hey, marketing budget wise, we just don't want to go over 30. We'll manage that and make sure you don't go over 30. Or you could send more though. If you actually did 37 professional that month, you just send us those extra 7 jobs and we will charge you an extra 7 times $10, an extra $70 that month because you did 7 more. If you went under though, you're not going to pay for something and not get it. So if you only did, 45 in a month, the next month you're starting with 55 allocation. So they roll over, and then basically every quarter we come together and we just talk about everything. I mean, the program, the results you guys are receiving, but also that number is important because we don't want it to get too out of whack one way or the other. We don't want you to have 150 allocations that you're not using, so we'll burn those up and then kind of readjust, if you will. So we try to make it really, really easy on you guys, but starting wise, it's just kind of, hey, what's a good average? What's a good starting point for you?
Yeah. So on the professional, I can see in there, but what exactly is in that? It's a letter. What?
Yeah. So basically, the appreciation package I sent you with the box and the cookies in it.
Right. That's the deluxe, right? The premium.
Yeah. So deluxe is so if you're looking at the screen, premium is what I sent you. Mm-hmm. Deluxe is it's $20 less per customer, so that's an option for you guys as well. The box is about half the size, and instead of a glass jar, it's a pouch. It's like a really thick quality plastic. And then the professional is the thank you card that you received. So you guys basically know what the professional is because you received the thank you card with the bounce back gift card and the review card. All that's still included. And then everything else is the same, like the 4-print newsletters, the referral rewards check, the authentic feedback. Nothing else changes. The only difference in price is this piece right here, the first package that shows up.
Now, even on the professional, are you still also sending the bounce back referral card, or is that?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. So then the difference really when you go to the deluxe, it's just adding in the box with the gift.
Yep.
And then the premium just goes to the bigger gift, basically.
Right. Exactly. So for me, to me, the big difference between premium and deluxe is the glass jar. Because it's a glass jar, they may take it into work and share it. They're really not going to do that with like the pouch. And also because it's a glass jar, it's not uncommon for someone to like reuse it and store something else in it where they're not, the plastic pouch they throw away. So that's really the big difference to me. Because at the end of the day, it's, as we've talked about, it's about the gesture. It shows up. It's unexpected. You're saying thank you. But again, it's a difference of $20 per customer. So it's also about what fits, your guys' budget.
It adds up. I mean, I can see with the glass jar, an advantage is you would leave that on your counter, whereas the plastic you might throw it in a drawer, throw it away.
Yeah.
This can be on your counter for a little while anyway, at least.
Yeah.
Or you could take it to work.
Yeah. So yeah, again, it's totally your guys' call. I thought for what you guys do, kind of the higher end jobs, premium was the way to go. The guys that kind of do like $7,500 average ticket is usually who I present the deluxe option to. But at the end of the day, it's completely up to you guys. So
now, are you thinking that do you predict ahead of time how many per month you need? Because you were saying if you're on the 50 and you don't do 50 and you did 30, it rolls over, or do you pay as you go? Where are the breakdowns? Is it on increments of 10, 30, and then it's 50 and 70, 100, or how does that work?
I think you pick your number and then they.
Yeah, we do it in fives just to keep it simple, like so yeah, I mean, if you guys think maybe the numbers are more like 20 and 20 or 20 and 15 to start, let me know, because you can always go over. What we can't have though is
good.
What's that?
Your numbers were pretty good.
Okay. So you think like 30 professional and 20 premium is a good place to start?
On the split, I just mean how you broke them down,
Yeah. Yeah.
Our customers versus our restoration customers.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and because at the end, and again, it's not uncommon for maybe we drop this 5 each just to. But what we want to do is it's whatever numbers you guys feel comfortable starting with. But what's difficult for us though is if it's going to be like 50, don't tell me 10, just because it makes it hard for us to plan and execute on, if you will. But again, if you
have a little bit of seasonality with the restoration side.
Yeah.
For example, in December, we only sold a couple of restoration projects, but in March, we're going to sell 30 or 40 or whatever that case works out to be. So you have a little bit of seasonality with that, but
yeah,
I'm sure that was some, especially that one company was in Ohio or whatever. They're not.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And again, that's why it's so important. That number is really, it's really important to us, because like I said, I don't want 3 months from now us to talk and you guys have 100 that you're not using up, because then maybe you're not getting the ROI that you want to get, right? So again, what I think it's always initial to get started, we pick a good number, and then after your quarterly call, so like in 3 months from now, we will adjust it either up or down. Because if you guys are saying we're killing it already, we're doing more like 100 a month, let's adjust it up, just so we can plan. It's completely flexible on it. So
and then from our CRM, you get those updates, those emails or whatever from us once a week.
Yeah. So your options there are what we prefer, because again, the timing of all this is really important. So although the hardest thing on your guys' plate is to get me a list of completed jobs once a week, we don't want that to not happen, or it's 3 weeks goes by, we don't have a list. So if you'll give our team access, our team will just go into job progress and pull a list of completed jobs for you.
Oh, okay. Well, then you'll know.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, we do. Yeah, we do.
What we're doing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, So if we see a number that's out of whack, Yep.
Yeah. Plus, that'll give you the ability to plan ahead for putting the packages together and all that.
Yeah. Yep. So numbers. I mean, does this sound like for today's purposes, this sounds like a good number then? 30 pro and 20 premium.
I would like for you to send us a deluxe package so that way we can make our best informed decision on which route. But
sure.
Yeah, for the most part, from what we're seeing, that looks right.
Okay. Again,
You agree?
it would be pretty easy to, say it's more like 20 and 20, it just drops that like that. So no big deal. Pretty easy. Or if it's 20 and 15, or like you said, maybe it's 20 deluxe. So
it's more like 20 and 30. it's weird. It's you hit the correct number.
Well, no, we talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you guys gave me those numbers.
Okay, I was going to say, wow, you really know.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with that actually. Yeah, I just knew. So, all right, well, cool. Well, in that, so I was gonna ask you. I mean, is it something? It'll take us about 3 to 4 weeks to get everything set up. Onboarding wise for you, this is my. If you guys just implemented job progress, I'm sure there was like a lot of work involved and training. What I really like about this, there's not a lot of effort on your end. So in all, we need about an hour of your time over the next 3 to 4 weeks because we need to have an onboarding call where we get some basic information from you. We need a headshot photo of the spokesperson or persons, both of you. We need your logo. I need to know what phone number to put on your marketing pieces, just some really basic things. And then we design your marketing collateral. We give it back to you guys to approve. So nothing happens until you approve it and say, yes, this looks good. Then we activate it in our systems. We come together. We train your staff. It's really important if we can get some people in your staff involved to know what's going on. And then it's live. So again, not a lot of effort on your guys' part. But next steps, I mean, is it something you guys are ready to put in place with, today, or, what's your guys' process there?
Well, I think we want to talk about it. I think we're pretty intrigued by it. I think honestly, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but it's hard to imagine it not working if we fully implemented it. So then it's just, really it's just a matter of Ken and I deciding if, because obviously we're considering everything for our marketing budget this year,
Sure.
And, I think we love the idea of all this. Like I said,
And we have a lot of another marketing company that we're working with for our SEO and for our social media, and we're going to be putting money into time-lapse video, drone work, and then our designers to get their own reviews. So we definitely need to look at the big picture. And it's that the setup cost is definitely a big chunk. The monthly is it is what it is, and we want to just make sure it fits kind of what we're thinking. We want a budget for,
Sure.
and because we don't know truly how in our industry how well this works. So even though we feel like it could work well for us, we don't have a definitive. You don't have another paper company that you've done work with that you can say, look, this is what we did and this is the results. But with that said, I mean, let us think about what you've offered us. Do you have the ability to lower that startup amount at all, or do anything flexible with this?
So the 24. So if we're doing 50 a month, the setup fee is supposed to be $2,995. So actually, the $2,495 is the lowest I can go there. It's a $500 discount off of what it should be if we're doing 50 a month. So that's actually the best I can do there. What we could do, again, because there's that time to get it set up. So I'd be happy to break it into 2 payments, so at least we can get started on the setup process. When you guys are ready. And this we do offer a no risk guarantee. So, and obviously you guys aren't signing up with the expectation of canceling in a month before it's launched, but just nice to know that hey, for whatever reason, you guys did want to cancel before your launch, we tear up the agreement, refund your 100% of your setup fee, and move on basically. So what this really allows us to do is get started with the setup, and most importantly, the design, so you guys can actually see what your stuff's going to look like.
And Ken was just wondering, so if we were to move forward, is there a a term agreement for, or how long does this all go, or is it a year? How does that all work?
Monthly?
Yeah, so I would send you guys a PandaDoc agreement. In there, it does. We ask for a year because in reality, I think if you guys do move forward, mentally lock in that, hey, we're running this for a year. But if we're pretty easy, I mean, I never want that to be a deal breaker. So if we can scratch that out of the agreement or anything like that. And then basically what we ask for is a 30-day notice. So if you did want to cancel for whatever reason, we ask for a 30-day notice, and you guys can quit at any time. But again, this isn't something you're going to know if it's going to work or not in
until
months.
you get
3 months.
Right.
Yeah, and again, it's no. If we're talking 50 a month, that's kind of we talked about at the top of the call. 3 months from now, you guys have 150 people into this campaign, but 10 months from now, we have 500 people. So it obviously, it's a numbers game, like most things, right? So it really starts to snowball and grow.
So no matter what, if we're lock this in 30 at the 10 and 20 at the premium,
Mm-hmm.
we're paying our normal, $1,000 a month or whatever it is, and or I'm sorry, what would be the monthly again? Like 20.
So $9.95 a month plus whatever you're.
Well, yeah, at 50, the management fee is up a little bit. So this is the total for the 30 and 20 that we talked about.
$3,000 a month.
So the total. So the total out of pocket per month is $29.35 total.
Correct.
For 50 people. 50.
Yep, for 30 professional and 20 premium. Yep.
And if we went that high, to start off with, could the premium go to 57 or split the difference or something?
I don't have any wiggle room. On the year one deliverables. The options are the wiggle room. So, but that would save you guys like $400 a month to do deluxe. So, hey, you can always upgrade at any point. I mean, if you're not doing anything today, I mean, we can definitely start with the deluxe. It's up to you guys, of course.
Right. Okay. So let's just say we like it shows the $29.35.
Uh-huh.
We pay that every month, but every month you're going to be tacking on 50 more clients. So it's going to go from 50 to 100 to 150 to 200, like you're saying, for you. Mm-hmm. And 3 years, I don't know what that even equates to, but
right, thousands, right?
2,000. You're sending out every month 2,000, and we're only still paying that $29.35, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. The only time your price is going to go up is when this goes from 50 a month to 80 a month,
Right.
or the next tier.
Well, let me just make sure that what he said is what I heard and you heard and he heard. I meant to say. So if we're adding, because I think you misheard. I think what Ken is saying is, if we're adding 50 a month, so we've added 50 more. Well, because no, you're not sending them the thank you gift again. So how does that work? So now we've added. So let's say 3 months from now, we've sold 150 customers.
Mm-hmm.
You've sent the initial gift. You're not sending an initial gift again, but they're locked into the newsletter.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so our price doesn't go up after. It only is based on what that initial gift.
The month. Yeah, exactly. It's about how many you're doing a month and what gift you chose, and I think you're getting the picture of it. Of although you might have 150 people in this campaign, they're all at different points, right? Some people are just getting the appreciation package, so they're kind of getting the first thing, where someone else is getting their first newsletter, where 5 years from now someone's getting their 60th email newsletter. You know what I mean? So everyone's at a different stage in the program.
I just understood it wrong. So cool. No, that's great.
Yep.
And then if we get where we really grow and we're bringing in 100 customers a month, then we would just adjust the plan.
Right. We adjust the plan. So yeah, again, it's going to be more per month, but it does scale a little bit too, though. So it'll actually be a little bit less per customer if you look at it that way.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So yeah.
Question.
And yeah.
Wait, just so I'm looking at this correctly. So if we're doing 50 a month, 30 is the $10 and 20 is the premium.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's what those. So that would be 1640 plus the 1295, which then would equal the 2935. Okay.
Correct.
I'm just wanted to.
And double check my math, but yeah, right. That's yep. That's what I was trying to show.
And if we did them all as a deluxe, then it'd be like $400 cheaper.
If you did the 20 premium, yeah, as deluxe.
Right.
Look at this real quick. So 1295. Okay. Is 25.9 regardless of company per person. That's all. So 35.9 restoration, and then sorry, I'm doing a little math real quick.
No, you're good.
67 plus 25. Or 26, let's just say. So our cost would be $93 to each CPP client, and it would be $36 to every CCR client.
Oh, I got it. You're adding in the monthly fee on top of whatever's and counting.
So technically, it would cost us $93 with them if we did this package as they have it shown here. Hold on a second. I didn't add the initial startup. Initial startup is $24.95.
Correct.
Go down. If
No,
you're
but
doing
I'm
it
gonna
for
have to.
5 years or something, it'd go down. But if you're counting it for a year,
Yeah, I
let's
just
say,
want to do the ROI on a year.
yeah, yeah.
So if
That's a good way to look
if
at
we're
it.
saying 50 times 12, that's 600. So that's 24.95 divided by 600. So I'm going to add $4.16. So $4 to everything. So now it's 39. Sorry, it's $40 for CPR, and it's 97 for CPP. So that's the actual breakdown. If you roll that in, and then the year 2 cost goes down $4
Gotcha. Okay.
on both for us. we're doing the APR look at.
Perfect. No, I'm following you. I once upon a time I was really good at math, so a little out of practice, but no, I'm following what you're doing.
Do you sometimes get customers that say they want to opt it, don't receive the newsletter or any of that stuff anymore? Or?
The emails wise, yeah. I mentioned it's really low. It's like 1% a month will opt out of the email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not much.
So I
can't think of anyone that's ever said, stop sending me the print newsletter.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
They probably just chuck it and don't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying they hang it on the fridge. But yeah, I mean, some people like the recipe. I mean, it's all over the place, right? But again, the idea behind it is at the very least they have to touch it and see your company name and logo. But yeah, and again, it's a lot to do with the content we're sending out. It's not because yes, there is a promotion in there, and you're asking them for referrals and hey, if you need another project because you're a valued customer, you get a discount. But there are fun things in there, so it's it's more engaging than just, hey, it's time to give us more money.
A lot of things to look at. Yeah. So
yeah, and that's the key.
Every quarter we would adjust our promotion or something like that in there, right?
So usually we keep it pretty static. You could, because you get one free design every year. Where we can go in and like redesign, if for whatever reason you want to change something.
Well, because if it's coming out, in the fourth quarter and you have Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, are people doing any kind of different special promotions into the newsletter, or you're saying you're stuck with that one unless you pay additional design fee to change that up, huh?
Yeah, well, again, we can at least do one change for free, and yeah, and our newsletter is themed, so for the fall edition it is a fall edition, but I understand you might want to run a different promotion in the fall than you do in the spring.
Right.
And I mean, for one, again, we offer one free redesign, which is usually bigger than just the offer. So, but yeah, it's just not something we can change like monthly because some of it's static and it's in our systems.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, we're pretty, without over promising, like we're very reasonable to work with. We want to work with you guys for a long time and grow with you. That's the model we live in, right?
Hey, can you also, when you send us one of these deluxe packs, look at, can you throw in a newsletter in there? Because there wasn't one in the pack we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of like to see a physical copy.
Yeah.
And the check too. Whatever you got, that'd be awesome if you could.
Okay.
The fake check referral letter.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm intrigued. I think Ken and I need to talk about it and kind of look, and we had a big budget conversation yesterday that we got to keep working on.
Sure.
But if we can make the numbers work, I think I like what you've done, and obviously I've been listening to the podcast for a long time. A lot of people have been talking about it and all that. So we would of course want Brian to come out and do like a special training for us.
Of course, right?
Real quick question. What does the we do all the work for you? What does it cost per month? Because I know at 50 it's $12.95. What if we bump that to 65?
It goes to $14.95. I'll show you the grid.
$14.95.
Yeah, that'll help us too.
Because that's actually fun.
Here's the. This isn't meant to be customer facing, but open book here, so you can basically see the grid. So at 40 it went up to $12.95. At 60 it goes up to 40. So every 20 it goes up $200. But if you look at the overall though, it scales with you.
Cool.
Okay.
Got it.
So what? And again, I do 4 or 5 of these a week, and I was really excited for this one. I feel like we have a really good fit. So hopefully you guys see the same. When's a good time to put like a follow up on the calendar, or just follow back up with you guys, get a decision one way or the other from you?
I would say send us out the packet and call us a day or two after that. Whenever it's supposed to arrive. Perfect.
So you said the package arrived yesterday, right?
Yesterday. I saw it yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that is when it arrived. Let's see. Anything on here? It was priority 2-day mail. All right. 110 it said. 110, and I think we got it. Yeah, so we got it.
Okay. So I'll put it on this. I'll send the girl a note right now. If she sends it out right now, I don't know. Might be there Monday. So I'll be guessing obviously when it arrives. So I'll put a follow up on for like Tuesday, maybe, and then you know, if you get it before that and have any questions, let me know. But I'll just plan on Tuesday for now.
Okay.
Who should I just call? Bob's cell phone or?
Yep. Just call me.
Okay. And that the 916-212-9523 is the best?
Perfect. Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate your guys' time. I will get that stuff out to you. Let me know if you need anything between now and then. And then I'll do my best to guess when it's showing up and call you the next day.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, thanks for your time. Yeah, good stuff.
All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we'll talk soon.
All righty. Take care.
All right, take care. Bye.